Items you're going to need for this install are a multimeter, a wire stripper, a wire crimper and various attachments, some spade connectors, some hog ring circle terminal things, some cables. I chose 2 colours, I suggest you choose perhaps 3, and some electrical tape, and of course a button and a relay and a 20 amp fuse as well. There are 3 terminals to this button. One, the middle, is the live, that's your live feed. I've got it wired up to steal power from one of my ignition coils. One of these is a negative that's going to ground, and another one is a trigger wire. This one on the end is the trigger wire. You'll know which one is the ground because there'll be a different colour terminal. It'll be a brass colour compared to the other 2, which are silver/nickel coloured. The ground can be connected to anywhere on the body that you can ground out. I've got mine running all the way back into the boot on the light fixture, which in hindsight was a bit of a waste of wire really, but it works anyways. If you want to check if it works, you want to put your positive in and put your ground in, and then you can turn on the plug and put your for the button. I had the wires, they're running. I took off this panel and put the wires behind there. It's then coming down under my carpet. I took off this trim piece, ran it all the way along. I sort of moved this carpet to the side, and I snaked it through this hole behind the seat belt, and that goes all the way into the boot. And then I'll show you where I mounted the ground for the button now. I wired the ground for the button right there, which is on the light. Moving on to the relay now. Here we have, this is just a little tab that comes with the relay to help you mount it. But I've also used that as a way to ground it as well, so that's useful. One of these black wires, which would be red, but I run out of red, is going to the positive on the battery, which I've connected in there. Just make sure you still have a good connection on the terminal itself, because you don't want it to just fall off, or just be able to pull off. One of these is the trigger wire that's coming from the battery, which is this wire. I've sort of kept them together. I've electrical taped them as sort of a makeshift loom. So then this will, when you flip the button in there, you should hear a click from this relay, and you'll know then it's working. And then this red wire here, that is the power output coming from the relay, and I'll show you where that is now. But that's once again snake through that same hole by the seatbelt holder, and then in the top we've got a 20 amp fuse as well. So I'll show you where it comes through now. So I've got it coming in through here, underneath this carpet, and then sticking up this little connector here. This is this end is a female end, and this is a male end spade connector, so just plug these 2 in together, and then you've got your positive sorted. I'll now show you how I grounded the negative for this. I then grounded the negative for this. I just undid one of the bolts behind the seat belt, clipped it on there, and tightened it back down, so that gives us ground. This was the original connector that was on the heated rear screen. I cut that off, and as you notice, there are 3 wires in there, but there are only 2 wires coming from the screen. This is the positive, in my case, it might be different. This is the negative, and these 2 are the positive. The reason why there's 2 positive in this case is because that it splices off into 2. I'm unsure why, but for this method you don't have to worry about the 3rd wire. So I cut it, removed the splice, and now it's just 2 wires. I also did the same for my other soft top as well, as you can see by there, which when I take the hard top off, I'll do the same again. So now you've got your heated rear screen positive wired, and you've got your negative grounded. Going up to here, we can check that the heated rear screen is working. You can put your positive on this terminal be here, and your negative on this terminal, and you should have a reading of whatever your battery voltage is roughly. So it should be about 12.6, but if it's a bit below, bit high, that's fine. You can also check in actuality if it works. I put a bowl and a hot wet sponge be here and left the car for a bit to leave the steam up, and then turned on the heated rear screen, and you'll see the defroster line start to work. Hopefully this helps, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions.